What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crypto Charts Daily. Today is April 28th, 2026, and we're going to analyze Ethereum. If you're new here, what we're going to do is we're going to do technical analysis, starting with the daily time frame, the 4-hour, the 1-hour, and the 15-minute. So we get a very good understanding on what could possibly happen and the market structure and the movements behind the market. Without any more yapping, let's get right into it. As we could see here on Ethereum, we did test that $3,500 price level. We broke structure to the downside. We then went ahead and retested that support flipped resistance. We got rejected off of that 3,500 price level, broke structure again to the downside, and then tested this $2,700 support. We rallied off this support and then went ahead and tested that $3,500 price level again and consolidated there before breaking structure to the downside with clean expansion again to the downside. And what we're seeing right now is more consolidation. And what I would expect to happen possibly before we break this low is we go ahead and we test that $2,700 now resistance before then pushing down and breaking structure, sweeping out this consolidation, sweeping out this liquidity, and testing that 1390 support. Zooming in here on these daily candles, we could say the low is here or here. I'm going to say it's here because we're wicking this low. We're finding strength off this low. So if we do end up breaking this 2255 low here, we'll end up pushing price down. Price will end up pushing down, and we'll look for the break of some more lows. If price ends up, and it does appear like we have some sort of order block here, we should be looking at this high here because we have a low that broke a high. So we should be looking at this high here. We did go ahead and test it. We wicked out before this candle then closed above it. But then we immediately get rejected. So I'm not going to mark that a break of structure. I'm going to actually mark that a sweep. So we are having trouble at this high. And as you can see, right at this level, we close above and then the next candle closes below. So I'm going to mark that as a sweep. And then we have some more wicks there, some more tests of this high, of this break of structure. So we can now mark these daily candles as the high. So if we close above this $2,400 high here, we'll probably then go test this imbalance here and test this now $2,700 resistance. If we end up closing above or below this low, just like I said before, we'll end up pushing lower. Now let's jump on to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, let's just keep in mind this high over here, and we'll keep in mind this high here because we did get wicked, creating that sweep and then the break. So what we want to look at is a low that broke a high. So we have a high here with a low here. So we'll mark this low and we'll mark this out as a break of structure. Very clean expansion off this break of structure as well, but I really don't like all these equal lows because now this is the new high that pushed past this high. We could mark this out as a break of structure to the upside, and then this is the low that broke the structure to the upside, and then that low got broken to the downside. So we then see how we perfectly tapped into this order block here, this now resistance, and we started to get rejected off of that resistance. Honestly, on the 4-hour here, just speaking plainly, I really don't like this low. I really don't like all these equal lows. Equal lows form a lot of orders, a lot of liquidity, and we're more than likely to then go sweep them out and take that liquidity. If we mark this out as a break of structure here, we have some very nice imbalance here and some equal high liquidity that we could tap into, or this order block. So I'd expect price to get rejected around 2,300 here on this 4-hour time frame, and then go break these 2250 lows to then go push down to get some of this liquidity. Zooming into the 1 hour, it's kind of just like I said, we have a lot of equal lows and equal highs here. We're just chopping about, consolidating before price eventually either goes to break the highs or breaks the lows. Looking more closely at this week's price action or these past few days, again, we swept this low. We had no candle closes below this low, as well as no candle closes above the highs. So we really just want to see this whole area either break to the upside to give us a sign of direction or break to the downside to give us a sign of direction. Much like I said in the previous video analyzing Bitcoin, if you haven't seen that one, go watch it now. I appreciate it. But the 15-minute becomes very clear where we're going here. We have a lot of expansion to the downside. We could see consolidation here before we come up and we sweep that consolidation out and break structure to the downside with more expansion to the downside. We then have consolidation under this previous structure, this previous consolidation. And what I'd expect to happen is we come out and we sweep the high of that consolidation. We tap in, and honestly, we kind of already have. It's kind of, honestly, a trade already kind of played out. And I'm not teaching you guys how to trade on this channel. We're just specifically going over market structure. I can't teach you guys how to trade. There's a lot of emotion involved, but what I can teach you is how to read the markets better and understand them better. So what we have here is we have a sweep, we have a break of structure to the downside, and we have an order block. We tapped into the order block perfectly and then already broke those lows. If I was trading, that would be the trade. I'd enter here short, stop loss here, and take profit at the low. So that has already played out. But as far as the long term goes, what I'd expect is we could come up and sweep into that order block one more time, sweeping out all this consolidation, sweeping out that high, and then going for the break of structure to the downside again. If that doesn't end up playing out, we still have a lot of resistance here. With all this imbalance, we could just go ahead and sweep out this high as well. But yeah, on the 15-minute here, it's looking incredibly bearish. And honestly, I would not be bullish again until we get some nice breaks of structure to the upside. And honestly, we break this high here, 2,400. If we end up breaking this low of 2250, I'd expect price to then go test some of these higher time frame support levels. Can't see them on the 15-minute. And it would probably look something like this with a break of structure to the downside. We go retest whatever structure we create here and then push to the downside. Anyway, guys, that includes this in-depth analysis of Ethereum. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for me. I'd appreciate it. Drop a comment on what you think I should do differently or what I can improve, and I'll try to improve next time. All right, guys, enjoy the night and peace out.